Hi everyone, welcome to Ethio Youth Media TV, and today we have with us our guest Nathan Friend.
Hello.
My name is Melika Solomon.
My name is Chello.
My name is Reikik.
My name is Gelila.
And we're going to be interviewing Nathan about his program called RadioActive Workshop. So,
Thank you.
Want to ask a question?
So, can you tell us a bit about your background in radio?
Yeah, so I work for RadioActive. We're the youth radio program at KUOW 94.9 FM. It's the NPR station here in Seattle. So we're public radio. And so my background has always been in public radio. I started as an intern at the station and worked there learning how to produce radio shows. And after that first summer that I was interning, I started to work with what was then a very new youth radio program at the station, and helped to build that program over the next several years. And the program then was called Weekday High. And Weekday High was a summer-only workshop for high school students to teach the basics of radio journalism. And over the years, it's developed and changed, and we still have a summer program, but it's now become an entire year-round program. So we run not only a summer workshop with young people, but after-school workshops as well. And we have a monthly youth radio show as well that's produced by alumni of our workshops. So RadioActive is currently running workshops around the city and in the University District, which is where the station is based.
Okay. And you were saying about your upcoming program in the spring. Can you tell us a bit about what that's focused on?
Yeah. So we are running an after-school workshop February 12th through April 11th. So it's a 9-week workshop on basic radio journalism skills. So for the first half of the program, we're going to be teaching hands-on skills like interviewing, recording, audio editing, how to write for radio. And then the second half of the program, the youth actually pursue research and do interviews for a story of their choice. So it's a story about someone who interests them, who has a unique story to tell, and they interview that person, write a script where they tell the story, and maybe bring in other audio elements like music or interviews with other people to tell the complete story about this person or this event or this organization.
And who else is involved other than the students in this program?
So there's 6 high school students, 16 to 18 years old, who will be in the program, and it's run by myself and Jenny Asarno, who's my co-manager for the program. And this time during the spring, we're actually going to be partnering with the Rainier Scholars Program. So each workshop that we do, each after-school workshop, we partner with a different youth-serving organization around the Seattle area. So this fall, for example, we were at the South Park Community Center. And this spring, we're going to be partnering with Rainier Scholars at the 2100 building, just off Rainier Ave.
Wow, so it seems like you don't have many spots, and it sounds like a really fun program. So how are you going to be picking your students, and what qualities are looking for in your students?
Yeah, so it is. Unfortunately, we can only offer 6 spots in the program, and that's because we want to keep it small so that Jenny and I can work one-on-one with each of the students to really give them the time and attention to help them produce a really high-quality story. So that's why we keep the program small. We have an application. Applications can be found on our website, kuow.org/radioactive. And the application, basic information about the youth, obviously, but then really the heart of the application is that we have each person pitch us a story. That means we ask them to tell us about a story that they would want to report on. Who's a person that's doing something interesting that you would want to talk to? What would you want to find out about that person and about what they do? And so we kind of walk each applicant through the process of thinking about how to pitch us a story. And then we go through the applications and are looking for stories that we would be interested in hearing on the radio. And those are the stories that we're excited to work with young people to produce.
So most people in high school do sports or student body, and radio seems a little bit out of the way. So tell us, why would you be interested in radio, and really what can you take away from this program?
So I think this program is great for young people who are interested in writing, young people who are interested in any kind of performance, or any young person who's just curious about the world around them. We don't expect any kind of journalism, radio, newspaper experience. We just are looking for young people who are excited to tell the stories of the people in their communities. We're looking for storytellers, so people who are wanting to write, wanting to speak, wanting to research about some topic and then share that topic with a wider audience. When students go through our program, we are hoping that they will have fun. That's a big part of what we think is important when you're learning anything new, is that you enjoy learning it. So everything we do is hands-on. For example, I brought today a little prop. I brought in one of the recording kits that we use during the program. So during the program, each youth gets checked out their own recording equipment, and they get to use this recording equipment for the full program. We also check out laptops with audio editing software, so that each of the students are really equipped to do a story like a professional journalist would be. So in addition to skills like writing for radio, skills like using the equipment, using the audio editing software, how to present themselves on the air, we're also hoping that they get other skills like just a love of storytelling in general. We play a lot of stories during the workshop and hope that the students get excited about hearing and sharing the stories around them. And then there's a lot of pride in accomplishment when at the end of the workshop each student has finished their own high quality radio story. There's a lot of pride that comes from that. And in fact, at the very end of each workshop, we have a listening party where we invite the friends and families and community members of the young people who are involved in our program to listen to all their stories and celebrate the great work that they've done.
Wow. So what would you be committing to if you signed up for this program?
So the program is 9 weeks, so from February 11th till April 12th. And let me make sure I got those dates right.
Yes, February 12th.
Yes, no, February 12th to April 11th. So the workshop runs February 12th to April 11th, so that's 9 weeks. And it meets every Tuesday and Thursday from 4:30 to 6:30 at the 2100 building. So it's twice a week. We also have a couple of field trips that we do outside of those hours. So the first Friday of the program is actually an in-service day. It's midwinter break for Seattle Public Schools. And so that Friday is a day off of school. And so we actually go to KUOW, to the radio station, get a tour of the station, meet some of the professional journalists who work there, and watch a show be produced live. And then the following week, we actually meet on a Saturday, talk about interviewing, and then go as a group to the Pike Place Market and interview people on the street, strangers on the street, people who are visitors, people who are shoppers, people who are working in the stands, people who are playing music on the street, and kind of practice those new interviewing skills using the recording equipment. And then there's also a field trip at the end of the workshop where we come back to the station for you actually to record your story in the professional recording booths at the station. So it's regularly Tuesdays and Thursdays, but there are a few field trips peppered in there as well.
So you started your internship, and then you started with the youth program, and now you still continue it. So what motivated you to continue working with youth?
I think that that working with young people is a lot of fun. I mean, really, at the end of the day, I think that's what keeps me working with young people, is that it's a lot of fun, and it's also really satisfying and exciting for me as an educator to see the young people that I work with pick up these skills and then use them beyond just the workshop. So we don't necessarily feel like we have to train journalists. If people want to go on to do journalism after the program, that's great. And in fact, some of the young people who have gone through our programs have gone on to become professional journalists, but most of them don't. Most of them, though, do take the skills that they learn and apply them to whatever their passion is, whatever their interest is. And that's really exciting to see them take something like interviewing and apply that to a lot of different areas. And I think that storytelling in general, and especially storytelling through the power of radio, which can reach so many people, is a really important skill to have. And I think it's a great a great thing for young people to learn how to produce so that they can continue telling their stories and the stories of the people around them out into the future.
Okay, Nathan, this sounds like a lot of fun. When are the applications due?
Applications are due on Monday, January 21st. So applications are open now. You can find an application at our website, again, kuow.org/radioactive. You'll fill out the application, you'll pitch us a story, and send that application back to us. And as long as it's in by January 21st, we'll review those applications, do some interviews with folks, and then let people know by the end of the month who's part of the program.
Okay, thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks so much for having me.
Keep the website in mind, guys.
kuow.org/radioactive.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.